I did it upside down. Come on, I want to see how this looks. I'm anxious. Peekaboo. Yes. Yes. Woo, baby. Woo, baby. Baby. Good. Heck yeah. It's gonna go right here. Right there. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Vasila built for speed, and today we got a nice video. I've been trying to make this for a while. We're gonna be doing this guy right here, the intake manifold. Why I'm doing it? Well, if you guys haven't heard, these older Dodges, they have this intake heater, and the intake heater has a bolt, which is basically, where is it at? Right there. Right there, where that little nut is, there's a bolt there. And over time, when that bolt, when that grid heater works, especially in the colder climates, it burns the bolt off. And then the nut or something falls down into your engine, and your engine kaput. So basically, now we're gonna delete this. And number two reason why I'm changing it is for performance reasons. You will see when I remove that, it's very, very restrictive. I did some research, and yeah, Banks is the way to go. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones out there now. I bought this like a little over a year ago, just never got to it. Just been laying around my shop, been busy, couldn't get to it. So today is the day, and I'm kind of excited about it. Like, I love this truck, mainly the way it looks. Kind of like my Titan Cummins a little bit better. Kind of hard to get used to this, especially the 68 RFE transmission, but yeah, anyways, so we're changing this, and hopefully this helps me enjoy the truck more, which I think it will. Especially it will help my eyes, you know. Yeah. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Like, look how much bigger this thing is. Like, look at this. Like, look at this guy. Like, what? It's, I mean, I've seen it online and on YouTube and stuff, like how big and fat this is. Looking at it in real life now, it's double. It's literally like where the airflow is, like it's literally double what that is. Now that's insane. That's one thing I did not expect. I mean, I expected it to have better flow, but to be that much beefier, whoa, that's kind of it took me off guard a little bit. I kind of had to put it next to it. I was like, is this gonna fit even? Well, that's amazing. I mean, it looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at that. That's gorgeous. First thing we did, we started removing some wires, and then we realized that this intake pipe is gonna be in the way. So that's what we're getting out of the way first, and then we're gonna try to clear out the rest of the path so we can take that plate off with that grid heater. Okay, update. So we had to get all the wires away, basically from all the way this side, disconnect all these wires, all those ones, unhook them, unbolt the actual dipstick, move it aside, everything. And now we're working on getting the fuel rail off, because that's the next thing in line. This line right here is going to get replaced, because obviously it's going to be blocking the intake manifold, so the new one is going to be angled. So this one's going to get thrown out, and then the rest of them we have to take off, take the plate, the grid heater plate off, and then there's that bolt that usually falls off or the nut. So what we're having done now, we're taking the fuel lines off, take the fuel rail off, get it out of the way, and then we're going to be able to take this plate off, the grid heater plate. And then after that, yeah, we're going to start assembling. And look at the difference. Look at this, 2 fingers basically. Like, that's how small the hole is. Now look, it's more than double. Like, I can easily, like, well, basically 2 fingers. So yeah, double basically. Double the size of the opening for the airflow. Here on this side is the same, which makes sense. I mean, obviously this right here, you see how much bigger that is. Man, you better not chip. But yeah, look, like this, and look at this. Like I have to grab it with my whole hand here. Comparison to here, look how tiny that is. Okay, so now we got everything unbolted. You have to unplug the back of the rail. There's a connector down there. You gotta unplug the connector, And then we unscrewed the rail, so the rail is out. And then now you can take the plate out. Basically the plate comes out just like this, and then we inspect it. And this is the bolt right here. So how you check it, you just basically wiggle test. So you can from the top you can wiggle this, and this plate, it's all attached. So when this bolt loosens up or the nut falls or burns off, it basically makes this plate or the plastic piece wiggle. So if it wiggles, you really need to change it. But you can see mine is perfect. It's basically like new, nothing happened to it, because the climate here in Oregon where we live, it's pretty warm, so this grinder doesn't really have to work overtime. So yeah, and mine in my city it wasn't that or where I live, it's not that dangerous, but you know, the airflow, for the airflow alone it's worth it. But and especially now having the peace of mind that this is never going to be an issue for me, it's going to be even better. Okay, so while he's putting the plate back on the heater plate, I'm transferring everything over from the old intake to this. So here they give you plugs, there's holes I think to tap into for whatever reasons, for some monitors or whatever. So these 4 I just plug up. The sensor from here goes here, and then this tube I also transferred over from the bottom of this, and then the grid heater replacement is gonna go here. That's the heater, aftermarket heater. And then I got this plate because I don't got anything on top, so these have the rubber hose, the rubber seals on them, so I'm not gonna use these. I'm just gonna bolt this right on top of it like this, and we're good to go. Okay, quick update on this. As you can see, we put everything back, all the fuel lines, and this is the fuel line that's different. This last one that goes from here to the first one. So that's the only one that's different, but everything else, we put the plate in, the gasket under the plate, put the fuel rail on, plugged it in underneath, and then this one that goes underneath here, we tightened that one up. So now we're ready to put the intake on. After we put the intake on, I think we're gonna put or maybe we'll put the wires, we'll see. I'm doing this the first time, so I'm just trying to kind of explain how I did it. So anybody that's trying to do a DIY at home, maybe this will help out. But yeah, I'm doing this the first time too, so yeah, just gonna try to give you tips as we go. Okay, so we're all done. As you can see, it's all in its place. Obviously, I bought this truck as is with no guts, so I had this cover, I already had this pipe here, there's none of this garbage here, so it's a little easier. This is the heater, the bolt that was on the bolt on top, on the old one it was on the plate. Now obviously the heater is here, so you got to make sure you put that there. And then wire extension, there's a sensor in the plate. This sensor here, I'll show you. In the old plate it was here, like so. This is how it was positioned. This is the back of the engine. There was a sensor there. In the new one they moved it to like this location, so that's what the extension, the wire extension, is running here. It's like right where this connector is, it's right underneath there, right there, and it goes and plugs into the plug right there, the gray plug. So that's the only extension we needed. The rest of these plugs are all original. Put these back, this one back, this one back. Yeah, other than that, yeah, we put the fuel line on before we put the intake on. Now it's done. Basically, this is all assembled. There's not much to it, and yeah, that's basically a done deal product. Okay, so when you guys put this on, make sure you guys do not install this heater thing into the intake when you're installing it. After you install this, there's a bolt that's supposed to go through that hole that bolts right in the middle of the intake through the bottom underneath the plate. Because I pre-installed this and I missed that bolt, and then I start driving, I hear hissing noise. I'm like, what is that? We smoke tested and we see smoke coming out from under there. We missed that bolt, so we had to take this heater off and then put the bolt through, tighten it, and then put this back. Not a big deal. Thankfully it wasn't anything else, but yeah, mistake I made, mistake I learned from, and hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake. Just make sure all the clamps, everything is tight. But yeah, I missed the bolt. I was wondering why I have one bolt left, but I thought it was just extra, you know. That's how you read directions before you install. You don't read it afterwards. I'm kind of always the opposite. Yeah, so we're test driving it. No more leaks, no more hissing. See throttle response, see if I notice anything. I don't know, maybe if my truck was completely stock and I did it, maybe I would notice it, but maybe a little bit feels a little easier, like doesn't, guess, I don't know how I want to explain it, doesn't choke as much. But yeah, mainly I did this for reliability. I know there's much better airflow through it, and that bolt or the nut not falling into my engine, that's the main reasons why I did this. I didn't really do it for the performance gains, even though I probably got it. But the thing is, my truck is not stock, so it's like it's hard to notice anything after you start modifying your truck, you know. And then you add little things like this, you're gonna have a hard time noticing any difference in power. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Man, I'm dirty. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any questions or comments below, I'll do my best to answer them. And as usual, see you at the next project.